Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to the Great War Western Front, and here is the Western Front as it stands in May 1916. Absolutely no movement along the front south of Chateau Thierry all the way down to Verdun and Epinal. In the north, the French did take early on Laon, and the Germans, yours truly, have taken Arras. Those have been the only changes in terms of terrain on the map so far, although we're hoping perhaps in today's video that we are going to take Hazebrouck. We have reduced its defenses from 3 stars to 1 with continued siege artillery bombardments and overrunning of the enemy. The goal in the north is to take Hazebrouck and then drive on Calais. We will see if we can take Calais. I don't know how quickly we'll be able to get there. It's possible we may not take it quite rapidly, so what may happen is if we take Hazebrouck early in this turn, then what we may have to do is we may have to settle for attacking Breuil, so we can get 2 hexes adjacent to Calais, and then we can launch 2 attacks per turn. That'll consume a lot of supplies, but that might be the most realistic way to do it. Otherwise, we'll end up having a very narrow front across to the city, and then we will also have the limitation of only 1 attack per turn. But first things first, the great and mighty Field Marshal me, we are going to launch another attack out of Arras toward Hazebrouck. We did try and launch an attack at Lille toward Hazebrouck at the end of the last turn, but that did not go over all that well. We took the first 2 lines in the trench. We did win a minor victory, but we were not able to mop up and take the final 2 hexes. We didn't have enough supplies with us. So we have purchased a fair bit of supplies for at least 1 attack in the global supply, and we are going to launch another assault out of Arras. That is the map I feel like we have the best chance. Lille is a very sort of 2 lines of trenches type thing, 2 objectives up front, 2 behind. Arras, meanwhile, gives you the advantage of having 1 enemy sort of defensive position way out on the left, and then the other 2 on the right, so their defenses are kind of split up. And so I think an attack out of Arras is going to be more effective. Plus, we've got additional siege artillery and additional supply there, which will make things hopefully a little bit easier. But let's go ahead and jump in and launch our attack. We've got 11 infantry corps, 1 aviation unit, and 2 artillery units attacking out of Hazebrouck, or toward Hazebrouck. It is raining, so continuous rainfall reduces the battlefield to a sea of mud. Movement speeds and artillery damage are reduced. Air missions are grounded. That's not great, but let's go ahead and engage in battle. So we'll see if we get bogged down in the muck and mire of the spring in northern France. In Flanders fields. Although I guess we're not quite to Flanders Fields. N9 Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate the support and welcome, folks. We're just getting our stream started here, and we're attacking Hazebrouck in the north. We are 1 successful attack away from taking the territory and perhaps threatening the British at Calais. So it is raining here. That's not great. We have fought on this battlefield multiple times before, so we have these trenches which are already built for us. We don't have to spend a whole lot there. Last time we did fight on this map, the enemy did launch a frontal assault between points X and Y, and they did manage to destroy some of our artillery, so that kind of sucked. I don't know that I've attacked in a rainstorm before. This river of mud does not look great out in front of the enemy positions. It doesn't look like, at least initially, that they've built up a whole lot more trenches. The advantage of this map, if you have missed the previous streams, is that if you can isolate A, because it is pretty separate from the rest of the enemy lines. I believe there's like 1 trench that gets really close here, but you can isolate A, take A, and then you can swing east through these trenches and these woods to take the command point, and then actually swing down through these woods and come in behind the trenches at B. And the bulk of their forward defenses. So that's sort of been the strategy we've employed multiple times, and it's worked. The first time we actually did launch a frontal assault as well, but okay, so it says that the artillery is less effective, although it still gives me a 20% chance almost of destroying trenches with 4 days of siege bombardment. We have plenty of supplies, so we are going to do that. We are also, what's the balloon? Does the balloon have less range? It still seems like we've got a pretty good radius out here on the balloon. I'm going to put it out front of our lines. The AI usually does that as well, just to try and give us a better visual here. Hopefully the AI does not attack the balloon. I'm not going to put my artillery in front of the lines, however. We do have gas artillery, which I'm not sure if how rain affects gas artillery. I guess we'll find out, huh? So let's see how much. So there's not, I can probably safely put my artillery here. Well, I guess I'd rather try and see what I can. Maybe we just sacrifice not hitting. Actually, this is the best way to do it. Pull the heavy back. Okay, if we put it in this between the first and second trench lines, we can hit a big chunk of B while also still hitting all of A and the command post. So we'll put 2 batteries here of heavies. We are going to extend our trench lines just a little bit to provide a little bit more security to those guns. I don't like linking these trench lines in this way, so actually, can we? I can't delete that trench. Oh well. In any event, hopefully they don't launch an assault against us. We can also put a little bit of a... I don't have barbed wire on this map. Oh yeah, we can put a little bit of barbed wire out front here too. I don't like spending too much. But at least to push the enemy attack away from those guns. Additionally, we are going to have some light artillery involved here as well. All right, this pretty much covers the command post of both A and the command post. Right. That's a lot of artillery. We've got 5 batteries in place, 3 light, 1 heavy, or 2 heavies. We're going to go ahead and get our elite troops in now because they are half price if you buy them in before the battle starts. So these guys are going to be the bulk of our assaulting force here. So basically we'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 elite companies leading the assault. We're going to buy some cheap garrison troops here to guard the flanks. Oh, I'm going to have to drop some of that other. I can't leave. Otherwise I'll be leaving these lines completely empty, which we don't exactly want to do. I kind of want to destroy these trenches. They're way too close up on this wood line, but... Alright, let's do this. Let's take out the second line of conscripts here and here. Gives me the ability to fill this line out, and then I'd like to pull maybe 2 more of those elite units out. Just because I do need to... Nominally, I do need to cover this objective. One other thing we could do also to help strengthen this in case the enemy does launch an attack is put an arty or a machine gun nest here to cover the approaches to Y to the east. Just in case. I don't have trench mortars yet, but yeah, machine guns are a viable option as long as the enemy doesn't focus their arty on them. But I think they're going to be more focused on our attacking force than otherwise. I don't know how much arty really gets neutered because of the rain. I'm not sure what to expect. Hopefully not too much. All right, we've got the 4 days of siege bombardment. We've got our trenches in place, our troops in place. So let's begin. We have to destroy 1 more barrage balloon or 1 more observation balloon to get some national morale bonuses. All right, let's raise the balloons so we can watch this arty. So you can see basic firing trench destroyed, comms, basic firing trench, comms, a machine gun nest. A nice big bombardment here. All right, so that's it for the siege bombardment. It looks like some troops are coming on the map already. Presumably, maybe one of the enemy units got routed off the map. We can see 2 enemy artillery batteries up here in the north. But let's get our MGs to work. So this guy, or not MGs, let's get our RD to work here. We're going to start on A. The suppression barrages work wonders against enemy machine gun nests. I don't know why, but the heavy artillery doesn't do great against machine gun nests, but the light stuff does. I'm not sure how effective our RD will be. All right, do we destroy anything out front here? Like, here's another enemy battery. All right, so our sort of are they really attacking me? Or they've got to be going for the balloon. It's got to be what triggers them to move forward on this particular map, because both times we put the balloon out ahead of us, the enemies launched a massed assault. So I'm gonna lose this balloon probably. There's the enemy artillery. All right, can we, what I don't know is if I shoot at the enemy guns, can we suppress them? Not really sure if it works the same way. You can see them moving in on my balloon. Alright. That unit got obliterated. There goes our balloon and our line of sight. At least we do have an idea of where the enemy batteries are. Right, so didn't see if we destroyed those enemy MGs. Hey, thanks, Scared. All right, we'll keep the bombardment on those MGs going. Interesting that they're going against, I guess it makes sense that they'd focus on the weaker unit here. All right, we obliterated 2 more enemy rifle companies. Where are their balloons, by the way? They've got to have at least one, right? Yep, one over here. And I can't use air power against it because of the weather. They're coming out of their trenches over here too, huh? I mean, I suppose in that case, we just let them attack me, right? Like, just sit back and enjoy the kills, I guess. I would like to get my attack started before too long. Here they come. Our barbed wire hopefully will slow them down. Right, they're going to hit that conscript. They may even get through that line. Oh my god. This is just a full-blown assault on my line. Get back in your damn trench. Oh fuck, I clicked the wrong... In the trench. Oh god. Drop gas on the bastards. I can only hit the flank, but it will have an effect on their morale. Alright, they're gonna knock out that heavy battery.
neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen! Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Bereit machen. An die Linie. Achtung! Die Generäle wollen diesen
Stop doing that.
Feuerstellung einnehmen.
They leave the trench way too easily. And there goes that battery.
Zurück nach hinten. Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Oh my god. Attacking in the wrong direction. They're gonna get another battery. Okay, so the Indian troops are the commando trench troops. I forget who mentioned that pre-battle, but you were right. They knocked out one of our batteries. They have seriously crippled a second. We did drop some gas a minute ago. I think it was just tear gas, nominally. Okay, I think those elite troops will win this hand-to-hand combat. All right, so draw those troops. Draw these troops. Bring in some regulars here. All right, the forward units of our assault are still in place. I'm calling in some reinforcements to hold on the right flank. Did they assault on their left here? I think they did. We should just pull back from that trench altogether. They didn't bombard our machine guns yet. So that's good, I suppose. Reinforcements are coming in, and then we will begin our assault. It's been a bit delayed. We have almost used a quarter of our time. We've used more than a quarter of our time. Okay. It kind of feels like maybe that's all they're gonna do for their attacks. I'm not really sure. Oh, no, never mind. They're sending more troops. There's another wave coming in. All right, they're using heavy artillery in this wave. The unit that was destroyed was heavy arty. Okay. Alright. Where's the arty again? I don't know if a siege barrage does much against arty. That's what kind of makes me nervous. Do I have gas? Can I use gas against these guys? The problem is it's not chemical. It's not deadly gas. It is tear gas. All right. Screw it, boys. Let's go. Let's get these troops over the top. Perhaps this will... You guys take the far left. Take the one over here. This spoiling attack by the enemy was very effective, by the way. Gotta acknowledge the AI's tactics. All right.
Enthralling gehen. Bereit machen. Bereit an der Linie.
There's our rolling barrage. Hopefully it'll clear up some of this barbed wire. It'll give us some smoke as we approach. This attack down here was not pushed forward with as much vigor. Get out of there before the artillery falls on you. Nice. All right, so the enemy dropped a barrage behind us. Oh, shit. The enemy's coming out of their trenches? What is going on here? All right, give me some cover. Another drop of rolling. I'm dropping suppression on the left. These guys are moving up through the rolling barrage. They're in the first line of trenches, unopposed. These guys actually got into the trenches too. I don't think troops melee in the open. They shoot, but I don't think they melee in the open. All right. So what's going on here? There's still MGs up here we gotta suppress. I think this will suppress both those guns. I'm not sure. But we've got the front line of the trenches here. Man, these trenches are not in great shape. Enemy doesn't seem to be... Hey, guys. No, like... You're all gung-ho, but you're sitting out in the middle of no man's land here. Not a good idea. All right, so we are in the trenches. Let's get some new troops forward.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Okay.
Warten auf Befehle. Wir halten hier die Stellung. Bereit an der Linie. Bereit machen. An die Linie.
All right, we're actually already taking point A because there's no enemy troops in the command radius for A, and we've got like 1 battalion of our own troops, which are.
Achtung, Feuerstellung einnehmen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Fuck, they're hitting me.
Positionen vorbereiten für leichte Sperrfeuerladen. Warten auf Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
All right, we'll hit a suppression barrage. We'll move these elite troops forward. Free up space for these other guys to get in here. The trenches was already full. Hit this MG on the flank.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
You guys
Warten auf
get in the
Befehle an der
trench.
Linie. Bereit machen. An die Linie.
Okay, that MG nest on the left should be gone. I don't know if we glitched out the arty sound, but I just hear the rain.
Seid bereit, Jungs. Sperrfeuerwalze einleiten.
All right, we've got these enemy MGs. We're going to move into that wood line here in a moment once we've got our reserves that have come up in position. So it's taken us about 5 minutes longer than it did last time. But we did take our first objective. We are able to call in troops up here now on this location, now that we've taken this objective. I'm assuming that dugout is empty based on what I can tell. These guys are going to get overwhelmed. We should withdraw them. Alright, so withdraw this unit. Move these 2 units over here through the trenches. Move these guys here. Here. Take these 2 units and move them here. And we'll call in some regular infantry into the dugout. Trench combat is interesting. Definitely not flawless in this game. So I don't understand why you guys are moving openly, right? Like, move through the trench lines. Unless maybe one of those trenches was destroyed. That's certainly possible. Not quite in grenade range there. I'm preparing for the assault on the enemy command trench at this point. Where are you going? Did I? Oh, I ordered you over here and this trench is destroyed. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so we should be able to get some of these enemy guns here. Move these troops into the wood line. They should be able to grenade from there. These 2 new units will move in there. Leave a couple units behind to hold A. Alright, our troops are getting shredded a bit. Do they not? I'm not sure. Do they not melee when they're in the open like that? They definitely shoot their guns. Alright. That battery's dead, or should be here in a second. Am I suppressing myself? I think I am. Alright, we're moving our troops into this trench line. Yeah, the Belgians are coming at us now. They're sitting back here like they're shooting at someone, but I don't know who. We're finishing up these 2 batteries of artillery up here to the north. We are into the trench line here. They're just going to sit there, then let's pound them with arty. Alright, those troops are dead. Can we check this dugout and make sure there's no enemy troops in there? Actually, first engage the French that are coming toward you. Alright, we'll bring reserves forward. The nice thing is this command trench line does not link up with the other enemy objective at B.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir sind
Into
unterwegs.
that wood line. All right, we've got 4 reserve battalions or companies. I like to call them battalions, but I guess nominally they're more like companies. Meleeing the Indian infantry here. Generally speaking, I would say
Auf Befehle.
pathfinding is a weak point in the game altogether. All right, these weakened units, some of them need to be withdrawn.
Achtung! Wir
Just to
ziehen
free up
zurück.
space for fresh ones.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Nachladen. An die Linie. Feuerstellung
To the close
einnehmen.
trench first.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen.
Okay.
Verstärkung macht Meldung. Warten auf Befehle.
Man, that guy's morale really is low.
Bereit machen. Bereit an der Linie.
This unit's gonna get destroyed. Are these French troops just moving back and forth? Okay, just hit him then. Yeah, those trenches must be less basic because they seem to be holding up against guns pretty well. Alright.
Achtung! An die Linie.
Trench after trench, boys.
Feuerstellung an.
We've only got 5 minutes left. We've still got to take A. Yeah, they really don't want to move.
Wir haben neue
Doesn't seem like
Befehle.
there's anybody left here, so I just say go for the command trench.
Augen offen halten. Auf der Feuerstufe
That'll give me a
bereit
pause.
machen. Warten auf
Draw
Befehl.
that.
Alle zurückziehen.
Seid bereit, Jungs.
Bereit machen. Wir gehen zurück. Achtung. In Stellung gehen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Rückzug.
Withdrawing these guys to free up space for our assaults, because we're going to swing around through this wood down toward B from behind.
Warten auf Befehle.
But I need fresh troops to do that, so a lot of these troops are fought out, and so we're going to withdraw them. I'm assuming there's 2 enemy units in the command trench. The clock will pause while we're taking it. TSG looks like the Allies want their forces to fight in good trenches compared to my trenches. I mean, my trenches are not good. I'll
Bereit
give you
machen.
that.
An die Linie.
All right.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Calling in 4 fresh battalions.
Achtung.
All right, at least one of those lead battalions of mine is going to die here in a sec. Might both. Oh, nope.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Alle Mann zurückziehen. Warten auf Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Alle zurückziehen. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Die Generäle wollen diesen
Who's shooting at
Abschnitt
these
haben.
guys?
Achtung.
Must be troops down here in this trench line.
Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen.
All right, the reserves are coming, right? I nearly had a heart attack when I saw these blue dots here, but I think destroyed MGs or something. There's some map glitches where you don't always see what's accurate. All right, let's clear this trench out first, and then we're going to move through the forested area back here toward B. We're going to use 200 supply and a siege bombardment to kick some of these enemy troops out of their trenches, and then we'll go for it here.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Die Arme hoch, Jungs.
All right.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Okay, so we overran them. Let's go ahead and move these guys into the wood line.
Bereit machen.
These fresh troops.
Los. Achtung. Jetzt aber
Use this time that we've got to our
Wir haben
advantage.
neue Befehle. Ausrücken.
Maybe we can pull one of them out of the command trench. I don't know if that slows down the process of taking the objective. anything to give me more time. Shit, they can see me from over there? That seems unlikely. In that case, siege bombardment. Let's go. And that'll at least stop the firing for a little bit. Man, those guys took some casualties. Alright, so that siege bombardment didn't do as much as I had hoped. We're dropping smoke with our rolling barrage here. Alright. We're coming in behind the enemy, which does help. Alright, we're getting those MG nests. Should we hit these guys with gas? It'll probably stay in the trench longer than I would like. Alright, these two fresh units are going to move forward. I can call troops in back here now that we've got that last... or that command post taken, although we haven't actually lost. Oh, we have lost units. So why aren't you... Doesn't let me call them into the woods for some strange reason. Slide south. We haven't quite started taking the objective yet. We still have 3 minutes left. We've got those reserves on the way up here. Slide down that line. All right, we are outnumbered here. All right, pause.
Achtung! In Stellung gehen! Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle. An die Linie.
All right, we got at least one of those British units there. I think we'll get them both there. Nice. Okay.
Warten auf Befehle. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
Right, let's move these guys here. Let's drop. Can't drop the heavy artillery here. This is where the limits of our artillery range are coming into to play here as a factor. Just trying to short circuit that enemy trench line. They're moving like ants. Withdraw them. Pull these down. We are losing men at an alarming rate. Yes, I'm aware. Wish I could drop gas down there. Alright, they're gonna move in there in melee. Let's move these guys forward here. God damn it. Pathfinding sucks. Alright, let's do this. 1 minute. What I need to do is I need to push this Indian unit back.
Die Waffen niederlegen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Feuermänner! Bereit an der Linie!
To get them out of the command HQ. But they're stupid pathfinding. They're just like milling about here. I don't understand that. Okay, we destroyed the balloon at least.
Warten auf Befehle. An die Linie!
I don't know that we're gonna do it.
Position Sperrfeuerwalze laden. Mannschaften bereit. Sperrfeuerwalze befolgt auf diese Stellung.
Bereit machen!
Yeah, we've got to take this trench.
Feuerstellung einnehmen!
I don't think we're gonna do it. I mean, we would if we had literally just a few more seconds. The time limit is so dumb. I don't have gas artillery in range there, Jim. It doesn't have the firing arc. It's a victory, but it's a victory without meaning because we don't take the hex. So you can see we took, you know, it's considered a major victory, but you don't get the star unless you get a sweep or a great victory. So it's really a meaningless success other than the fact that the enemy's national will falls a little bit more and we don't lose a star there. But they lose 1,600 gold, we lose 1,300. They lose about 10,000 troops and 10 heavy artillery. We lose about 7, just shy of 8,000 infantry and 8 artillery. I don't know why it's playing. I didn't know there was a great victory. I mean, it's a major victory, so. Yeah, sounds a lot like World War I. We also get the +10 national morale for destroying their balloons. By the way, Major, thank you very much for the resub. Appreciate the support. Dylan, Matt, Zaid, Alan, Drag, and Major, thank you for the follows. Major victory. Destroyed observation balloons. All right. I don't have the gold for Supply Depot 2, which I think realistically to have a chance of success attacking from Lille, I think that's what we need. We could try it, but that might hinder my chances of launching an attack next turn. So perhaps let's not. I need more troops.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bewegt euch!
We're going to reinforce Lille with 2 corps of regular infantry, which will up our total supply we can bring to battle in that hex next turn. But we're going to go ahead and hold off on another attack and wait for June. Maybe we'll get better weather that'll also make an attack more successful. All right, 2 research points, 1,600 gold. The enemy didn't launch an attack. We have another secondary objective, which is research agent housing and build a safe house. So it wants me to do some espionage. Which I could do with my research points this turn, but I don't know that I care that much about espionage. I realized I can't do chlorine gas yet because I have to research concrete structures, I think, which is over here, concrete pit, which is kind of a considerable investment here. We can go with long-range explosives, which unlock mortar emplacements. And then we could do high blast yield next turn, maybe, or Because I would like chlorine gas. I want more deadly gas. Yeah, 5 national morale is not really worth it. Ooh. Increases the chance to destroy a target in tactical siege bombardment by 2% per day. So that would be 8% total, which would give us a quarter chance of destroying the enemy defenses if we do another bombardment there. Maybe we undo that and we go... Oh, but it requires sourced materials. Which is what? This? No. I don't even know where that is. Where is it? Up here or something, maybe? So these are interesting, like, R&D mechanisms, but it's kind of confusing at times. What you know, if you go here and it says requires source materials, well, you'd think, oh, okay, so it's here, but it's not always a clear, like, oh, these two lines have to converge. It's not always clear like that, or maybe it is. Maybe that's what these dotted lines mean. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I've never used a mortar emplacement, so that sounds interesting. Easter Rising. The Irish rebels took up arms against the British rule in an effort to gain independence and create an Irish republic. Several hundred Irish citizens seized several structures around Dublin. Fighting broke out in the street. What began as a small arms fire escalated into a full-on conflict that included offshore gunboat and artillery fire. The battle ended with the surrender of the Irish forces. The death toll included 260 civilians, 143 British military and police, and 82 Irish rebels, 16 of which were executed for their role in the battle. Several sections of Dublin have been left in ruins from the artillery fire. Okay. That should, like, hurt their national morale, right? It didn't, but it should. In any event, long-range explosives... Next one's high-yield explosives. Anything else we want to do here? Like, what's this? This unlocks airfield level 1. Can do that. Oh, whoops. Undo. I think we'll just bank the 1 research point. The weather got better up in northern France, so that's nice. We have 2,300 gold, so let's go ahead and buy some more supply. All right. The hand grenades, I guess they could help in this battle. Let's see, what do they do? Blast power increases the damage of grenade attack for standard infantry soldiers by 100%. So I guess that'll make them more effective at destroying enemy artillery. I don't know that that matters much. Increases morale if we build that building. I'm not really sure the grenade thing matters much. Like, yeah, okay, I could destroy their guns more rapidly. I'd rather save the research points, I think, for now, and use them next turn. Okay. So do we attack out of Arras again, or do we go with Lille? I feel like the Lille hex is more straightforward. But I like the Arras. I like the way that the map works. And granted, we fought here a bunch of times, but I like the way that the map works better at Arras. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. Let's go ahead and engage this battle. 6 enemy corps versus like a bajillion of ours. Here we go again, boys. Once more into the breach. Once more, my friends. Over the top we go. But that'll be for another episode. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Great War Western Front, a new turn-based strategy and war game that also includes real-time combat in World War I. It's made by Petroglyph Games and is available on Steam if you're interested in checking it out. Link in the description, and until next time, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.